So, folks, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is another LoadProof case study, right? This is about a 3PL food, 3PL from the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area. So, what they actually we got introduced to them through the original manufacturer. We were talking to the manufacturer, and they said, "Hey, we love the concept, and we want to introduce you to our 3PL because they were the ones that were shipping." Doing all the logistics for them. So and Frank was the CEO that got engaged, and he was like, hey, what is this one more thing that I have to do? And very hesitant to start the process. And then we gave a free trial, and then we got them started. And then John was the warehouse manager that was running this, and John was like so excited. Hey, this would save my save so much time for me. And John is a great friend now, even though he's switched jobs and he's taken different roles. He's still a great friend, and we are in touch with him. And talk and all that. They jump on reference calls and things like that. So Frank came on board, and he was hesitant, and then they turned it on. John came and turned it on, and then it took a couple of weeks for him to just get this going in the first festy, and then they just saw significant amount of savings. It just a lot of savings, and they came back and said, hey, in the first 8 months alone, we saved $1 million, and that was just one facility. And they turned on the other three or four more facilities they turned on. They just loved it, and they've significantly upgraded. They're in the topmost plan because of all the different capabilities that come with that plan. So this is their problem was they would John would say, hey, casually we lose pallets. Casually, hey, we miss loading 2 pallets that are going to this retailer. We miss loading 5 pallets, and it's all FTL food, right? Food. The volume is huge. Obviously, right, with the 3PL, they always, because of their low margin, it's a low margin business. So because of their low margin, they were struggling to find the best workforce, right? Best labor that they can afford. So they, sometimes, right, literally, in order to cover cost, in order to keep your costs low, they sometimes literally hire people from the street, and they come and work for a week, couple of weeks, and then they disappear. I mean, I've heard crazy stories. This was back in 2006, 2007, I was turning WMS for a retailer, and this was actually in Las Vegas, and what happened was I part of the being that implementation consultant, training all these pickers and packers and stuff like that, and then the next week, I mean, we spent like 2 weeks training them, showing them all the different things that they have to do, how to handle scenarios, shots and damages and things like that. And then suddenly the 3rd week, these guys didn't show up. So I went to the HR person and said, hey, these guys didn't show up. The HR person called, and this was a crazy reply. Oh my God, this person is in jail. That's how crazy it was. So the reason why I'm telling that story is because the churn is very, very high in warehouse. And this was for a retailer. And imagine, for a 3PL, that it's even worse, right? And like I said in one of my previous videos, the only thing that the retailer can optimize is the labor. The 3PL can optimize is the labor, right? So they are in a tough spot. So these guys were in a tough spot, and their manufacturer was not very happy with the service, and they didn't have visibility, and that's why the manufacturer even engaged with us in the first place. And then we got introduced to this 3PL, and they're not a huge 3PL, right? And small 3PL with so much, small team, and we got engaged, and then they started using, and then John was able to turn it on for the first festy, and then John turned it on for the second festy, third festy. It's all we'll be happy to we have actually a video testimonial from John as well. We'll be happy to share that with you. Reach out to us, obviously, right? So my point is that John turned on for a second festy, third, all within weeks, right? And you can even, right, because of the very tight margins that the 3PLs have, we even support Spanish language now, so you can even hire Hispanic people and use this, and potentially that will give you hopefully some cost savings, right? So my point is that they started using, and John turned it on for all the facilities, four or five facilities. They had north, the south, the east, west, 4 facilities, and they had significant savings. They came back to us and said, hey guys, if we save $1 million in the first 8 months, just with LoadProof, right? So that is huge. That's a huge number, and especially imagine if you're having that much dollars, you're losing that much dollars as a 3PL. That's a big big tough spot to be in. So we were able to add that savings for this 3PL, and like that, right? If you're a food 3PL, I mean, that's the challenge with food 3PL, right? It's a great business, it's a fantastic business to be in. It's just that a lot of volume you have to process, ship, in an optimal basis with the low cost manpower that you're going to get. So that is the challenge with that, and we were able to solve that challenge for them. And again, four major cost savings. One is having that awesome streamlined process system for the photo capture, sharing, retrieval, and so many other things. And then also that's the first one. The second one is the retailer chargebacks, right? Eliminating retail chargebacks for this original manufacturer. They're much more peaceful now. And the other beauty is that basically it's a very, very flexible, very, very configurable system. So you can very quickly add. This is another question that comes up. Sometimes people say, hey, WMS, I will do it in my WMS. The problem is, you cannot share the data so easily like how we would share. I'll talk about this in another video where it's becoming a platform, right? It's much more powerful. It's becoming like it's so much more powerful, right? Reach out to us. They're under the hood things that we are working on. I cannot share right now, but it's becoming very, very powerful. Really leveraging the power of cloud in terms of extending this data, right? So yeah, coming back to John turned it on the second festival, third festival. All he said, hey, I just put a simple PowerPoint presentation together, and then I showed it to my guys, and they've started using it in a week, less than a week, right? That's how quickly you can turn it on, because it's very, very simple. It's very, very easy. I know that's another thing that I know after being in the industry for 24 years. We follow the keep it simple, stupid, a principle, right? It's dumbed down. It's for high volume scenario. It's not like you're not, doing some crazy steps. I would also tell you this. Back in the day, during my WMS implementation, they would hire, freshers fresh out of college. These guys would design systems, and one of the common mistakes that I would catch, they'll be in my team, is that this guy would design press F14, F15 key when the warehouse picker is on his 7th level picking a box, right? How would he even press that key? So things like that, right? Those are the things that we learn from dumb mistakes. So they're so simple, so easy to use that you can turn it on within hours, right? And they saved on having a streamlined system. They saved on the retailer chargeback. They saved on the rejected loads, and they saved on the freight claims savings, right? So, and many more savings. So now they're one of our best friends, great customer, and we love adding value to them. So if you're a food 3PL, reach out to us. We can again, right? This is my commitment. I don't want to sell something that you folks don't need, right? We don't believe in that, because like I told the other videos, I literally, say hi to people that I've worked with, 20 years ago. You won't believe how small the industry is and how connected we are, especially with all the social media stuff we do. But one thing I'll guarantee you, during the free trial, you can start saving dollars, right? And come to us, reach out to us. We'll do a great demo for you. We'll set you up with the free trial, and only if you like it, you buy it, or else no obligation whatsoever. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Love to hear from you, and would love to solve your problem with LoadProof. It's becoming the standard for photo documentation. It's becoming a standard platform, right? It's one level above the system. It was all along system, but now it's becoming a platform that's even more powerful, really leveraging the power of cloud, right? So yeah, reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. Thank you for taking time to watch this video.